So at this point, some of us, our can is still looking flat. And one of the ways to remedy that is to add a shadow into our can. Now, you don't always have to use colors that are correct, as in identical to your photo, your reference photo. I just need to make sure the values are correct. And so I'm going to pull some shadows into this side here. The way I do that is I get lighter and lighter as I get further over to this side. And then as I get onto the side of this, I'm gonna get stronger and stronger. Now these shadows are also going to come onto the letters as well. Sometimes that happens. Then I'm gonna take the color of whatever it's on and I'm going to blend that in. Maybe I blend in using some white. Where did my white go? There it is. For this particular can, I might be blending some white in on top of that. But make sure that you're bold with your colors and bold with your shadows and your highlights. And another way to be bold with your highlights is to zoom in really close to parts of your can and look at where the light is glistening or glaring off of that can and try to add that in. And when you do it, make it bold. I might actually be rotating this oil pastel. And when you leave an actual thickness to the oil pastel onto that drink, it's going to draw the eye in and it's going to make that shine look more realistic. Even though it is a thick paint, that's going to look more realistic. Now you only want to do that in parts where you want to emphasize the eye, the part of your drink. So wherever you want the eye to be drawn, wherever you have emphasis, that is where you're going to want to add thick amounts of oil pastel or paint, whatever it is that you're using. Also, make sure you're looking at the curvature of your cans and making sure to put that actual curve into it. Where it's dark, try to add darks. Where it's light, try to add lights. Where it's really shining, try to press hard and add in those textures. And you can see how it's already starting to look more rounded and more realistic by adding bold highlights and bold shadows onto this can. The same go with everything that's inside of your drink. Here's one of our examples from a student in this class. And you can see how we're adding bold colors with a lot of texture onto it that is making it really stand out. And when you back away, all these bold textures really make it pop off the page, okay? Something else that this student is doing is using the scratching technique to scratch out certain parts that are emphasized. So you can use a toothpick to really scratch out certain parts of this. This is kind of hard to see from here. Let me try to zoom in. So if you have parts that need to be scratched out back to black paper, you can do that using the toothpick or the palette knife.
It's frozen.
That's okay. Hopefully it'll catch back up.